Our tale commences with our main character, Xuan, embarking on a solitary journey of coding and design. Alone, he tirelessly crafts a game, envisioning that his efforts will soon reap fortune. In a moment of exhaustion, he leans back in his chair, forcing the completion of his labor in just 2 short months. Suddenly, the tranquility is shattered by the ring of his phone and machine tune is on the line. An urgent demand for rent payments each owes through the conversation. One work with determination, pleasure for a few more days, ensuring that his imminent game release will shower him with substantial wealth. However, Machanchun, weary of 3 years of unfulfilled promises, sternly reminds him of his lackluster sailor's history. Insensibly, our protagonist attributes the low sellers to the public's supposed lack of taste. Unimpressed, Machanchun fires back, accusing him of having poor taste himself. A stark warning of eviction hangs in the air unless payment is received by tomorrow. Checking his balance, Hua would discover some major 5 and 4 of his theater but with a thick skin resolve he forges ahead, determined to finish his game. In the midst of his focused typing, the unexpected occurs. His computer shuts down and the cascade of cryptic messages floods the screen. Designs come alive if plots finalize, codes multiply and bugs remain unattended. Dead by the surreal turn of events, a warning about system overload flashes. Suddenly, the computer case crashes, smoke billows, and despair grips him, thinking his life is over. So, yet a glimmer of hope emerges from the strange glow on the screen. An interface announces the release of a new fantasy world platform on Earth. The progress bar races to completion and the room is bathed in bright light. The fantasy world is unleashed upon Earth. Now the surroundings Kwekechua, fearing an earthquake, he rushes outside, though there's astonishment that is burst from the ground, scaling buildings. Doubting the reality of the spectacle, he gathers upon the oddly familiar trees. Amid the panic-stricken crowd, chores ensues, and an unidentified flying monster collides with the helicopter, causing a fiery explosion. Other monster, a creature chewing with design of hippogriff, with an eagle's upper body, hosts his hindquarters and feathers descends to the ground, hissing at a fallen little girl. Was stunned by the unfolding events, Shenwu cautions the thin line between reality and the fantastical world he had inadvertently brought to life. Order still danger looming, sea level, and a unique ability named the Ripple Scream. The hippogriff defined was so unleashing its furious cry upon the onlookers. Our protagonist, sensing impending danger, rushed towards the unfolding shows. With the Ripple Scream echoing, the majestic creatures gaze six-headed on a terrified little girl. Quick thinking prevailed as our hero covered the child's ears, bracing for the pain inflicted by the piercing scream. Suddenly, seismic tremors disrupted the scene, causing the hippogriff to halt. A mysterious force approached, catching the creature off guard. It was a turned red gleaming eyes of another formidable entity. The unicorn wolf pierced through the darkness with a swift strike. It subdued the hippogriff, leaving our protagonist to ponder the surreal encounter. Zarring awakening followed, the beeping sound revealing a hospital setting. The little girl, now safe, stood as a testament to our hero's daring rescue. A perplexed Yuan Wu, contemplating the events, questioned the reality. Sounding on the TV, the surrealism continued, with reports of trees towering over 5,000 meters and mysterious attacks on news crews. A sense of urgency enveloped the broadcast, urging players to reveal their identities at the players' lobby. Puzzled one wondered about the uncanny resemblance of the unfolding crisis to the fantasy world he had been designing. Now then, interface materialized, introducing Joan, who was a level 1 game designer. His attributes displayed a peculiar alignment, sparking further speculation. So attempting to navigate the interface, Chuan discovered limitations unique to Toon PC like himself, as he pondered whether his design game had infiltrated Earth, the unfolding events and mysterious interface fueled this curiosity. The surreal merging of fantasy and reality left one Wu questioning the boundaries of his own creation. In the depths of his melancholy, who found himself brooding over his perceived status as a mere peasant, the weight of insignificance pressed upon him. Exacerbated by the void he felt as a game designer, the void of a distinct identity. As he wallowed in his thoughts, a sudden interruption barged into the door, causing him to hastily recline on his bed. It was Machine Chun, his landlord, who admonished him for his pretense and drew attention to the ongoing TV broadcast. Oh, what really? We inquired as to why May was there, only to receive a counter question about whether I believed she really came. My elucidates that the hospital had summoned her. In response, we acknowledged her exceptional career, but with the stark reminder revealed it was merely a business transaction contingent on whose survival and ensuring rent payment. As the landlord's words lingered, a little girl started from a slumber, casting curious glances toward Wu. But Shanchun urged him to explain, prompting Wu to reveal his confusion. The little girl, affectionately addressing him as dad, joyfully embraced him. Per Dave demanded an explanation about the unexpected fatherhood, but agitated deferred it for that. After we laid out the situation, comprehend the predicament, and proposed for registering the girl as a lost child until her parents could be located. Meanwhile, we seized the opportunity to negotiate a reduction in rent, to which Mary reluctantly agreed, thrusting the adjusted receipt at him. But before any further arrangements, May insisted on settling an exorbitant medical fee of 8,000 RMB. With the staggering us left with stupefied, the world that plunged into chaos post-disaster, where nuclear attempts against the Skytree and Abyssal Pit resulted in a loss of control over the sky and relinquishment of half the territory. Humanity's fate now hung in the balance of players versus people we go. Half year later, within Zhuang's home, a scene unfolded as Mingmin earnestly presented Shield to Wu affectionately, calling him that. Wu, in turn, gently patted Mingmin's hair, reassuring her. It was Ming's, a temporary name given by Wu, proved a well-behaved child with a fragmented memory. Despite efforts to locate her parents, responses were dubious, prompting Wu to face unexpected challenges. Ming's persistent presence stirred emotions in Wu, preventing him from considering an orphanage despite the repair phase occurred due to accidental mishaps. So the fantasy world unfolded with two distinct monster areas, whose focus remained on navigating the complexities of fatherhood and the uncertain destiny of mankind in the depths of the underground. In the vast expanse of the wilderness, where creatures of formidable strength lurked in the shadows, a lone adventurer named Will arrived at the prairie near city. But determined to solve, he thrust his shovel into the fertile soil, digging relentlessly until he honored the hidden master beneath. The creature, a formidable beast, leapt into the air with hostile intent, but who, equipped with his trusty shield, skillfully defended himself. Gripping his shovel with unwavering determination, he struck a decisive blow, shattering the creature's horn in the process. No notification promptly materialized, proclaiming Wu's conquest of a jackalope. However, as an NPC, he remained unable to reap the benefits of experience points. The culmination of his jackalope hunt mission, marked by the slaying of over 10,000 horned creatures, bestowed upon him the coveted title of Bunny Slayer. Exhausted, Wu collapsed onto the ground, relieved that his hour's task had reached its conclusion. As his own game designer, not only crafted intricate plots for players but also devised compelling narratives for NPCs. Originally, the title of Bunny Slayer was designed for an NPC who, following the slaughter of more than 1,000 jackalopes, would trigger a hidden plot and emerge as the hero of the fantasy world. Alongside players, this newfound hero would embark on a crusade to vanquish the Demon King. Half a year prior, who had stumbled upon the persistent OPC on the prairie, relentlessly hunting jackalope despite whose attempts to hinder him. He was ordered to abort traps utilizing jackalope as bait, and even orchestrating a confrontation with a formidable fangboy toward the relentless NPC. The creature's attack flung the empty away, causing him to vanish from the prairie and leaving the world hero dating on the brink of reputation in the bustling player's lobby of City, who entered with a triumphant stride, holding a slain bunny, a body witness to his achievement. The court fell silent as he passed through, earning both away for his title, Jackalope Slayer, and criticism for what some perceived as cowardly monster hunting. Undeterred by the whispers, who made his way to Lijiang's spicy rabbit head shop, renowned for its unique dish that boosted movement speed. Losing the struggling shop owner, was offered the jackalope sought, but instead he proposed a plate of rabbit eats. Oh, grateful for the gesture, accepted the substitute, unaware of a keen-eyed girl observing him. Then Cisa Likuya revealed herself, surprising Wu with the presence of this key character. Elated at their arrival, Wu, as the game's designer, knew that Likuya was no ordinary NPC, but one of the few gods within the game's expansive universe. After ruthlessly slaying 10,000 jackalopes, Kiwi felt a surge of determination and willpower coursing through him. He believed he had earned the right to be considered a hero. With this condition, he approached Kuya, addressing her as a goddess and fervently imploring her to bestow blessings upon him. However, his expectations took an unexpected end when Kuya questioned why he had mercilessly killed the adorable rabbits, leaving Kiwi bewildered by the sudden deviation in the plot. Booming with disapproval, Kuya labeled the bunny slayer and in a fit of rage, grabbed his hand, scolding him for the mass killing of the cute creatures. Without hesitation, she proceeded to violently throw him to the ground, venting her anger by delivering a series of kicks. Bob the owner of the spicy rabbit head shop, was too frightened to intervene, Witnessing the commotion, another player recognized Kuya and wondered whether Kiwi had provoked or harassed her inappropriately. Confused and frustrated, he questioned whether why he who had just demonstrated strength wasn't hailed as the hero. Just as he pondered if the game had altered itself, a sudden notification popped up revealing that due to his Jackalope massacre, the goddess Liliquila had cursed him. Consequently, he was now ostracized by the world, stripped of his human identity, and transformed into a demon. The interface opened, displaying his character panel with attributes such as HP, MP, Strength, Agility, Stamina, Intelligence, Accuracy, and zero undistributed points. Although astounded, he found solace in the higher initial attributes of a demon compared to a hero. He believed the ordeal might have been worth it. Tearfully professing his love to Kuya, he was dismissed as freaking trash. Spotting something he shouldn't have said, Kiwa received a hard kick from Kuya, reducing his health further. In the aftermath, Kiwi discovered that becoming a player unlocked previously inaccessible functions, providing convenience during hunts. Opening the skill list, he found demon limitation toward everyone, frightening weaker demons into a state of immobility with a cooldown of 60 minutes and requiring 20 MP. Another skill, demon transformation at level 1, allowed him to assume a demon form, significantly boosting all attribute points for 30 seconds. The dose hood that was sandy for hours and they were quite but yet is MP. His new demon race boasted talents like extremely high agility and defense, specialization in dual wielding weapons, and excellent night vision. Notification revealed that demons couldn't change the professions at the player lobby until reaching level 10, where a profession changing mission awaited. The system would also announce his new race to the world, asking if he were to hide his name, choosing anonymity or click yes, and congratulatory notification immediately recognized the city unknown player for being cursed by the goddess. In the mystical realm of the game, a clandestine event unfolded as who, an unknown display, found himself caused by a goddess, unlocking a rare race identity that set in motion a concealed plot. So astonished by this revelation, other players were equally captivated, yearning to share their congratulations with the fortunate player who had wittingly become the recipient of the goddess's favor. Little did they know who was among them, observing the unfolding spectacle with me concealed amusement. Some players even went so far as to express their desire to be similarly blessed by the goddess, while others contemplated supplicating themselves in devotion. Meanwhile, within the hallowed halls of the Player Management Association's building, President Leko of the CC Management Association received a notification about the emergence of this new race. Intrigued and inquired with the secretary about any significant occurrences in their city. The secretary reported that the Thunder Dragon Guild had recently triumphed over a B-rank underground dungeon, dispelling immediate concerns. Lay, however, probed seeking information on issues within the player lobby. In response, the secretary revealed an incident involving a player notorious for honing Jackalope, who had provoked the ire of an MC and suffered a severe beating. Like curious about the involvement of a certain individual named Juan Wu, Landawa's father was an acquaintance, instructing the secretary to locate Wu. Lei suggested recruiting him into their backup team, considering his apprehension towards dungeons. In the vast prairie, we found himself equipped with two shovels, eyeing a jackalope burrowed in the ground. The creature sprang forth, charging at him, but Wu skillfully swung the shovel down, thumping it onto the ground. Though the execution promptly announced his success, loading him 10 experience points at level 1 with 10 out of 100 experience, we relished the satisfaction of finally gaining experience after numerous encounters with Jackalope Hodad that forced him to post transformation into a demon. Whose improved attributes rendered the Jackalope's movements painfully slow, confidently blocking their attacks with CZ1 by its ears, draining ominously as it collapsed. For the subsequent notification revealed his ascent to level, reflecting on his racial abilities who activated this demon intimidation skill, shocking the Jackalopes into a state of fear-induced fainting, vanquishing the prone creature's wolf. Dead them to his inventory, simultaneously leveling up. 12 days passed, so continued the relentless pursuit of Jackalopes, steadily reaching level 6. However, with each level increase, the experience offered by these low-level monsters dwindled. Wood realized that his new force strength demanded more formidable challenges, signaling a shift in his adventures in the world. Who, realizing that jackalopes were no longer a worthwhile source of experience, made the decision to hunt high-level monsters. In this fantasy world, players received only one undistributed attribute point per level, and more typically enhanced their strength. Assassins focused on accuracy, and magicians elevated their intelligence. It was pondered which attribute to enhance. He spotted the giant creature in the distance that caught his eye, the jackalope king, a level 10 prior with bows with the horns harder still. This D-level creature possessed a special ability called Bosin Crash. So shocked at the sight, who felt a jolt of fear, as the Jackalope King was the first boss he designed for new players, proving to be a nightmare for novices with its high HP, resilient skin, and terrifying speed. Regrettably, only with the Shovel decided to enhance his agility, adding his 6 on distribute points to raise it to 21. As a demon player, he was physically superior to an average novice, and driven by the pride of a demon, he resolved to challenge the Jackalope King. However, he quickly retreated, claiming he was kidding and deriding Jackalopes as mere stupid rabbits. When as the Jackalope King bellowed, questioning whether who truly thought he could escape. The Jackalopes emerged from their burrows led by the furious king. Causing numerical disadvantage, who taunted the king effortlessly, evading its striker with his high agility. The king, in a fit of rage, summoned the jackalope to attack, who, hearing the noise, turned back to see a horde of jackalopes led by the king hot on his trail. The king stuttered as he alerted the players to the appearance of the jackalope king, advising them to retreat swiftly. Instead of fleeing, the players were thrilled at the chance to secure rare loot drops from the king. Assuring with that they would join him, the two were pursued by the jackalope pack. Winning exposed himself to prepare a meal for his child and beat them farewell. For the other players, baffled by his impressive speed, swore vengeance on him for their predicament. A few hours later, within Ma's building, Wu opened his apartment door and was welcomed by his cute daughter. She rose to hug her father excitedly. One asked what she did at home today. Ming replied with enthusiasm. One Wu's landlady, Ma Chen-chun, had a charming gesture. She gifted me a picture book of the one who adopted here. Landlady Chun often visited not just for social calls, but to lend a helping hand in caring for Ming. However, she sternly warned John would treat Ming with utmost propriety. He must of their meet cheerful greetings. Their hungry stomachs are on board to Zhuangwu. Now, father assured men that he would prepare dinner. Over time, he had mastered various fried rice dishes, from eggs and dried radish to ham and tomato fried rice. However, upon opening the cabinet, checking the fridge, he was dismayed to find them bare. Realizing they were out of food, he felt a pang of concern. Me, noticing her father's despondency, tugged at his shirt, assuring him she wasn't hungry. Observing Main Zhuanggu recalled the Miyagi diet of mustard with rice, white sugar with porridge, and a solitary loaf of bread for the past 6 months. Apologized to Ming and with a heavy heart asked if she wanted fried chicken. Excited at verse, Ming hesitated upon expressing concern about spending too much money and jeopardizing the rent. Who acknowledges financial struggles, owing 3 months in rent, maintenance, and medical fees. Nevertheless, he assured me that today they could afford the fees, even with the mere 121 RMB in his balance. He ordered an extravagant chicken set for 120 RMB, promising me they would be farewell to poverty. Aware of the post-disaster world dynamics, workplace were admired for their strength, healing abilities, and wealth. Boeing, who believed becoming a player could bring prosperity, he knew that underground monsters dropped valuable crystals which could be exchanged for significant sums of money. Towards nightfall, a delivery arrived with a silver-edged family meal set. Wu and Ming devoured it, tears streaming down their faces, tucking a contaminated bed. Zhuang Wu heard her murmur happily about the delicious French fries in her sleep. Returning to his computer desk, you checked the chat forum and learned about the Jackalope King's appearance and the chores it caused in the city suburbs earlier that day. Four players were attacked by a swarm of rabbits, leading to hospitalization. Despite the challenges, Zhuang Wu remained hopeful about the potential wealth and opportunities that becoming a player could bring. In the aftermath of the crisis, he really flooded through him as the timely rescue ensured their safety. The players by his side had been spared from a grim fate, sparing him the haunting burden of guilt, who had been tirelessly assisting others post-disaster and in a godlike status among the players frequenting the that not all tales were triumphant. The grim incident where only 2 out of 50 dungeon explorers survived lingered. According to one survivor, the team leader's blind reliance on the dungeon guide had cost lives. Clouds arose among players about the effectiveness of the godly guide, who, acknowledging his worst guiding failure, blamed the system's updates and added content for spawning multi-level dungeons and a formidable new boss. Despite succeeding 99 times, a single mistake could be fatal in the harsh gaming reality. Wu, scarred by the dungeon disaster, gradually ceased sharing guides. Faced with financial woes, he found himself on the outskirts of SCT, contemplating how to generate income. Hunger could be endured, but witnessing others suffer was unbearable. Surveying the aggressive fanboys near Bill, realized this need to reach level 10 urgently. Determined, he embarked on a profession-changing mission into the underground dungeon, aiming to collect monster crystals. Among boys notorious for their aggression and lack of crystal drops, dissuaded most players. Unbeknownst to them, had discreetly introduced additional rewards into the game, ordinary hunting would yield diminishing experience points, but who had designed a unique twist. After defeating 100 Fang boss, a player's experience would double, and with his trusty shovel, he struck a level 3 Fang boar cube, earning 10 experience points. Energized that continued the hunting spree, his pride growing as he glanced at the fallen field boars. Suddenly, a group of massive angry boars appeared behind him. Apologizing and attempting to flee, found himself in hot pursuit by the relentless boars. A notification indicated that his demon imitation skill had been reset. Halting his flight, he turned around, signaling that relation was imminent. And activating his demon imitation skill, he leaped towards the boars, instilling fear and systematically finishing them off with his shovel. Each boar eliminated earning 50 experience points, propelling him to the coveted devil team.